African gods and goddesses. Africans have always believed in spirits, and were spiritual even before they lost their continent to Europe and Arabia. They believed in a supreme being who created everything on earth. Every ethnic or lingual group has its own concept of God. Here are some African gods you should know about. Osun. Osun is the goddess that reflects one of the manifestations of the Yoruba Supreme Being. In the Ifa oral tradition and Yoruba-based religions of West Africa, Osun is the goddess of sweet and fresh waters. She is most oftentimes depicted admiring her own beauty in the water. She is known for healing the sick with ease, fostering prosperity and better yet, for making infertile couples fertile. Most of the time she is actually showcased as a beautiful and coquettish young lady. And her name specifically translates to sweetness, joy, beauty and good times. Osun is an important river deity among the Yoruba people. During her mortal life, she served as queen consort to King Shango of Oyo. Following her posthumous deification, she was admitted to the Yoruba pantheon as an aspect of a primordial divinity of the same name. She is the patron saint of the Osun River in Nigeria, which bears her name. The river has its source in Ekiti State, in the west of Nigeria, and passes through the city of Osogbo, where Osun Osogbo Sacred Grove, the principal sanctuary of the deity, is located. Osun is honored at the Osun Osogbo Festival, a 2-week-long annual festival that usually takes place in August, at the Osun Osogbo Sacred Grove on the banks of the river. Aje Shaluga. She is the goddess of fortune, wealth, firmness and sustenance of the human being. It is estimated that her ash consists in the virtue of facilitating the conditions for people to receive the necessary money to live an abundant life, which is why she is known as the treasurer of the Orichas. This deity lives in the most desolate places of the sea, in the small islands surrounded by large reefs and in the river. Aje Shaluga is also a spirituality related to health, happiness, fertility, evolution, balance, passions. It influences the creation of dyes and colors in general. She is the god that represents money and treasures. Followers are always thanking them for providing them with fair wages and plenty of work opportunities to keep their families fed and happy, by offering a handful of fresh fruit, pigeons, necklaces made out of coins and shells, and flowers. And you need to leave them at one of their altars. Mbombo, also known as Bumba, or Mbongo, is the god of creation in the religion and mythology of the Kuba people in Africa. In the creation myth, Mbombo was a gigantic white-skinned man. The creation myth tells that Mbombo was alone with water and darkness covering the earth. He felt an intense pain in his stomach and vomited up the sun, the moon, and the stars. The sun's heat and light evaporated the water, which formed the clouds in the sky. After time, dry hills emerged from the water. Mbombo again vomited, but instead of inanimate objects, like the sun and stars, he vomited up many animals. He vomited up Koi Boomba, Ponga Boomba, Ganda Boomba, Yo Boomba, Kono Boomba, Setsi Boomba, Nyanyi Boomba, a scarab beetle, and Bood D. In addition, he vomited up the first human beings including Loko Yima. The 9 animals all went on to create many of the world's other creatures. Eshu is the god of chaos and misfortune. He is known to be one of the messengers of the gods. He obtained this role after trying to trick the high god with lies. So as punishment he was to see the human world during the day, and report what he saw to the gods at night. Eshu loves confusion and disorder. He is often responsible when friends are arguing with each other, and when wives and husbands have disputes. It is said that he once led the moon and the sun into opposite positions, which caused a cosmic disorder. He is always causing chaos and is paired with the god Ifa. Eshu may cause many bad things to happen, but at the end of the day good will also happen. There can always be peace found even in the most troubling of times. If you do actually spot him and decide not to give him an offering, he is definitely going to play tricks on you. But for the most part he just wants to have fun and be left to his own whims instead. He does require tobacco offerings though, but once you do receive his blessing you are pretty much set for life. Ogun. Ogun is the god of war and iron, and he is the guardian divinity of barbers, blacksmiths, butchers, goldsmiths, hunters, all workers in iron and steel. Ogun stands for justice and is called on to witness covenants. When the divinities came to inhabit the earth, they encountered a thicket that they could not penetrate. Ogun was finally able to cut a path with his machete, and the gods were grateful. Ogun similarly assists humans as he did the gods at the beginning of time. He has the machete to clear the path and open the gate for wealth, health and prosperity. But if he is neglected, he can cause ghastly accidents and bloody battles. Ogun the son of Odudua helped his father in wars against his enemies. Returning from a battle, Ogun came on a group of Ire people in Ahoriki, at a gathering where greetings were forbidden. Ogun, angry because no one greeted him, was further annoyed when he found that the palm wine kegs were empty. He beheaded people in his fury, and then realizing what he had done, in anguish he thrust his sword into the ground, sat on it, and sank into the earth. Before he disappeared, he assured the people that whenever they needed him they should call on him. Oya is by far one of the most ferocious and protective gods that the Yoruba pray to. She is oftentimes referred to as the goddess of wind, thunderbolt and fire, and she is by far the most feared goddess in the pantheon. Whenever she shows up, she is usually accompanied by her husband Shango, the god of storms. The two walk together as their thunderstorms destroy everything in sight. She is said to have been a powerful warrior and was known for her courage and bravery in battle. In Yoruba culture and tradition, she is revered as a powerful goddess who has the ability to bring about change and transformation. She is often depicted as a fierce and powerful warrior with a sword or machete in one hand, and a fan in the other. Her fan is said to have the power to control the winds and bring about storms, while her sword is used to cut through obstacles and bring about change. As a rain goddess, Oya is believed to have power to control rain and bring fertility to the earth. She is often called upon during times of drought or when crops are failing. She is believed to have the power to bring about rain in abundance. Shango, an Orisha central to African mythology, represents thunder, lightning, and justice, and is revered in various religions globally. Known by different names in different cultures, Shango symbolizes the power of natural forces and the dispensation of divine justice. In the Yoruba religion of West Africa, he is called Shango or Sango, representing the god of thunder and lightning. Jakuta is another name by which he is known in the Yoruba tradition, emphasizing his role as a stone-throwing deity who brings thunder and lightning to the earth. In the Afro-Caribbean religion of Santeria, he is often referred to as Changwa, revered for his fierce nature and his ability to dispense swift justice. In Brazilian Candomblé and Batuque, he is known as Shango, celebrated as a powerful and fiery deity, commanding the forces of nature and ensuring justice for all.